Hey guys, JFT here. I'm gonna be walking you guys through all the achievements for Living Story Chapter 1, Gates of Maguuma. This is Living Story Season 2 for Guild Wars. Um, we'll be starting with the first instance that you come across called Brisban Wildlands, Disturbance in Brisban Wildlands. And we'll be doing 3 achievements: a shocking development, no one left behind, and there's another one called No Shocks Here. So No Shocks Here is don't get hit by any projectiles from static discharge. It's when the big golem spins around in circles and shoots big, huge, like, spark lines at you. No One Left Behind is basically make sure that none of the guys who are building the barricades, the 2 guys building the barricades, ever die. And then a shocking... Excuse me, a shocking development is where you use the little golems called the golemites against the big golem. Basically, when they're doing their shock attack, you want to kite those shock attacks into the big boss, and you'll get the achievement once you overload him right away. So even before the boss dies, if you do that achievement, it'll pop up. In this video, I do fail a shocking development, but I do manage to pull off No Shocks Here and No Man Left Behind, which I consider the 2 easier ones. In the next video, I'll be showing the 3rd achievement, a shocking development. So this season, they did something new here with the achievements. If you look here at the bottom in the buff bar, you actually see which achievements that are left to be earned in the video in this instance. And so you can see the 3 achievements that we're going to be trying to get here. And they do give a little bit more explanation of each achievement in the little buff descriptions than is shown in the achievement page. And what's neat here is once you fail the achievement, the buff will actually disappear, showing that you can't get it anymore because you failed it. So I think they did this because last season there were quite a few very challenging achievements. Some were even bugged, and you can never really know if it was you messing something up or if it was a bugged achievement. And like the sequence was so long in where you could have failed the achievement at any time and you wouldn't have known if you weren't paying attention. So I think that's why they added in this time. It's a pretty nice change here. So the beginning of this video will just be a lot of killing things until the important sequences start. So basically, you clear a couple waves, one on the left and one on the right. And then the corporal will send out a couple builders to build a barricade. They'll start on one side and then they'll move over to this side over here. And that achievement again is called No One Left Behind. And it's pretty easy to do. Just kind of stay with them and don't let anything attack them. So the faster you kill these guys, the sequence will actually continue on a little bit faster. It's dependent on each wave and it's not quite timed. So switching to daggers here to finish off this veteran. Dumping the backstabs and the heart seekers. Alright, so here the corporal's sending out the two barricade builders. The barricade building stuff will pop up on both sides, but they will start on the side where the circle appears on the minimap right here. Here on the north side. So, good idea to switch to an AoE weapon if you have one and just kind of tag as many things as possible to kind of keep the damage away from the defenders. Or the builders, sorry.
I can outrun a centaur.
Definitely make sure no veterans get to them, because the veterans do hit pretty hard.
Lethal combination. I like it.
Alright, so this is the part where they switch sides. They'll walk around the long way towards the back, where it is actually safer for them to walk that way. But it delays a little bit, so you can actually just kind of skip over the middle part right here. You don't have to follow them, just kind of drop down right here on the cliff
I can outrun a centaur.
and just engage. There's going to be mobs there already, and just like on the other side, if you have an AoE weapon, switch to it and try to get their attention. Keep them off the workers. Be careful for kiting these guys in a little too close. They do AoE right here, so try to keep the fight away from the workers while keeping a good eye on them too. Make sure nothing sneaks by. But again, this is as far as protect and escort quests or objectives go. This one is a pretty easy one. They don't put too much pressure on the workers at all.
I can outrun a centaur.
They're dropping golems in behind us.
So at this point, if the two defenders didn't die, as soon as this cutscene ends, you'll get a pop-up for your achievement. Right, so it looks like we got the... There it is, the pop-up for the achievement. So right here, I actually fail the achievement for no shocks here. But if you keep watching, you will see that there is either a bug, or maybe it's intentional or an oversight, I'm not sure. But if you end up dying, which I will end up dying, the achievement buff will pop back up on you, indicating that right now the achievement buff is gone, which indicates that you failed the achievement and you can't do it anymore. But once I die here and I respawn, the achievement buff comes back, which indicates that I can earn the achievement again. And for the rest of my second life here, once I respawn, I do dodge all of the bolts, the shock bolts.
This is getting serious.
So in this run through, I'm also not able to kite the golemites into the big one enough to overload him for the a shocking development.
Do some real damage.
So there's that shock attack. You see them shoot the projectiles. You need to position yourself so where they shoot the big golem. Or shock the big golem, sorry. Again, in this video, I don't get a shocking development because I'm not able to get them to shock the big golem enough. But in the next video, which I'll link at the bottom of this video here, so you can watch, I do manage to notice them much sooner doing their shock attack and was able to kite them towards the boss. So here's where I go down. Not able... Alright, there's not exactly where I go down. I did go down, but I didn't die. I'm about to die again here. It actually looks like when I did go down the first time, if you notice the achievement buff came back when I went down, so you don't even have to die completely. So if you're having trouble with this achievement, you can use this to your advantage perhaps. If you fail the achievement, basically get downed and you come back up or even return from a checkpoint, you'll have the achievement buff back. But that does mean that you'll have to dodge all the bolts from here on out. If you get hit by a bolt again, you lose eligibility for the achievement again. So from here out, I'm actually very careful about dodging his bolts. Definitely use a ranged weapon if you have one. I'm pretty sure everyone should have one. And you want to keep, so when he does that spinny move right there, you want to keep at range as much as possible and try to keep your evade ready. So if you do find yourself in a corner or something like that, you can use evade in a pinch. Another good strategy, if you've already achieved the other two achievements and you're only trying to get no shocks here, is you can run up on this cliff up here that you can see in the top right corner, and his bolts won't reach there, and you can just kind of pick away at him with a ranged weapon.
I can outrun a centaur.
There's a really close one there, but I did manage not to get hit. So this is the cliff I'm talking about. That's really good if you've already got the other achievements and you're just kind of trying to coast off of the last part and get the achievement. Or no shocks here. So there we go, no shocks here, completed. And again, for the third achievement in this instance, Brisban Wildlands, watch the next video, which I'll link on the bottom. And I will be doing that achievement. Thanks for watching, guys, and I hope this helps you out. And stay tuned for achievements for the rest of the other instances that I'll be covering. And I'll see you guys later.